Alright, hello and welcome back to Ashgabat Cat's Arcade Calvacade. Today we're taking a look at... Well, actually, I don't know how to say its name because this game, apparently, was never localized to English. Now how is this ROM on the collection, you might ask? Well, if you press minus button, you can set the game to... you can set the game ROM to Japanese. So now I present to you... No Tatakai. Well, that's fine. Nice. We got a little bit of grooving and grooving going on. Okay, so working out the controls. The first order of business is this a beat 'em up or is this... Okay, ouch. Now the first order of business is this a beat 'em up or a side scroller or a platformer or like what? If you're following along at home and you're a little confused, yeah, rest assured, so am I, because I really don't know what this game is. I mean, so okay, you've got a dude with a sword and you're killing other dudes with swords. Okay, that makes sense. Why is the setting what looks like modern day New York? Well, by modern day New York, I mean like 2001, or no, 2001 New York, where Y2K happened, and it happened pretty bad. So, and that's a wrap. But, because I get the campaign bonus, then I get double the points. Unfortunately, this is not a very high point scoring game, so double or nothing is, well, a little bit more of nothing. Okay. What? So, Tatakai no Banka. Nice. Note, screen shown are from the Japanese version. Also note, there's only the Japanese version. Okay, this is one of those mysterious games that doesn't entirely... No, you pretty much just get in there. Okay, so here are the controls, just so you can follow along at home. And so basically, you've got an attack, that's that like little sword slash. You can like rapid fire attack, but I don't know, that seems like cheating. I'm kidding, but I don't entirely know how to trust rapid fire or not. You can block / kick, and you can jump. Now jumping does seem to move a little bit faster than your regular movement, but it's also kind of unpredictable and ultimately untrustworthy. Let's figure out how to kick. Well, I don't know how to kick. Okay. Wow. So you can like attack way faster than the auto fire. So while rapid fire is good in this game, ouch. Oh. Okay. So let's look at the upper level and we can see the health. So we can see our health slowly tick down as a result of our cumulative poor choices in life. I mean the game. Is this winning? He just a little crawls back into in the middle. He's like, hey, I know my power stance. Okay, so we seem to have accidentally cleared the first level. And so, okay. You take... I see. He's got a shield. Why don't you use it? Now, I don't know why he's using a shield in post-apocalyptic New York, but at the same time, given all the danger that's around, I feel like more of us should be using shields. It's kind of annoying though to like have to get in the habit of using a shield. Okay, new boss. What? That's so cheap. He's got a shield. Did I beat the first level? Wow. This game. So it's kind of like a beat 'em up in feeling, but it's easier than Ghouls and Ghosts. Well, actually, okay. So that is kind of strange. It's sort of like the side-scrolling game, and yet it's like the most obvious Capcom game to compare it to would be Ghosts and Goblins. But unlike Ghosts and Goblins, I'm not gonna say this game is easy. This game feels like normal. What? Did my shield get destroyed? Can enemies just not handle my... Oh, I see. He was a boss the whole time. I see. So you have a shield, but you can't abuse it. Oh, ouch. Okay, so you can shield his attacks, but upon doing so, then you instantly lose your shield. Nice. That's what I like to call fair and balanced game design. I see. So you can't like, you can shield his. Oh, come on now. I need those. This is like the weirdest boss battle, playing by the weirdest boss battle rules, and yet somehow I was able to do this. This game is like surprisingly easy. I'm strongly suspecting this is not the kind of game you would want to do for score, both because, like, oh, look at the bottom of the screen. It's reminding you to jump. It's like, hey, by the way, pal, I don't know if you noticed, but there were 3. Well, now that they doubled the score, I'm making almost as much Casbo as I do with one run of Section Z. All right. I know how these things go. Let's credit feed. But anyway, let's see if we can get through the first mission without dying, though. I don't know. This game is like, it makes me strangely optimistic. And like, yeah, you might be like, why did Capcom release this on their arcade high score focused competitive game? But I don't know. It's like strangely fair in that. Oh, okay. So there's checkpoints. So it's like you can't entirely cheese the game by taking advantage of infinite credits. It's also kind of interesting that the enemies look like Mr. Adobo from River City Ransom. But it's kind of funny because it's like, are they ripping off Adobo, or are they just... Well, okay, now that I look at this game, the main character does look like Billy or Jimmy. They are indistinguishable. He looks like Billy with a sword. And he's basically just fighting his way through like apocalyptic New York, which I don't know if you remember, but that was actually the setting for just regular old Double Dragon. Huh. So this game is just Double Dragon with a sword. I don't know why they didn't bring it over. It seems like it would have been awesome. Also seems like how much you appreciate this game comes from how much you aesthetically appreciate Hokuto no Ken, Fist of the North Star, but still. Because it is kind of funny, like, apparently you just cannot have post-apocalyptic without Fist of the North Star. That's just how it is. Although, I do like how jumping is, like, dominant strategy. I mean, don't get me wrong, in Double Dragon, you certainly do your fair share of jumping, but it's not, like, the default reaction you should have to every scenario, or your main movement option. Oh, how did I beat this guy before? This guy is, like, Omega cheap. I mean, It's so weird having a block feature that's, like, kind of useful. I guess you just have to abuse the block and, like, be as cheap as possible. That's, like, the only way to win in this game. On the same token, like, it's surprisingly easy. Oh, I never noticed how rockin' the music was. I guess I was just blinded by my adrenaline last time. It's also kind of a relatively fast game once you get in the groove. I forget if this guy is like the final boss or he's just some guy you meet along the way. Okay. So one hit is enough to render him. One hit is enough to render him back to ball form. 2 hits is enough, or no, 1 hit is, or no, 3 hits is enough to render my character back to the graveyard. Oh, you can even see your competing life totals. How was I so good before? I guess there's just something about doing something for real that makes you better at it. On that note, okay. on the bright side, it kept your checkpoint, so you can go straight back to Armadillo Guy. Okay. And jump, guard, attack, jump. Oh, I was gonna say next hit wins, but I nailed the next hit, so I was the one who won. So I guess best 1 out of 5, and I was the best. And this guy was just... this guy was just a distraction, a sub-boss. There's still the real boss. Although I am kind of surprised at how well this guy is able to tank like a missile, because I'm pretty sure in real life I would not be tanking any sort of missile. Maybe if that missile was, in fact, a bow. Oh, how helpful. So if you press upper left or upper right, and your character jumps for you. But why would they make jump both a button and an option like that? That just seems relatively ill-advised. Ugh, this game. Like, well, okay, I was going to say it's easier than Ghouls and Ghosts. It is, of course, far easier than Ghouls and Ghosts, but at the same time, like, it's not quite as balanced, I guess. I don't know, Ghouls and Ghosts, like, the expectation is that in theory you could beat it if you had like perfect reflex, or not even perfect reflexes, if you knew the right strategy for making it through the level. Wow, I went to non-score mode because I assumed that a gameplay would be like a little bit different than if I was playing score mode, and it wouldn't just be me repeating the same level, getting my butt handed to me every single time. And yet, inevitably, it seems like that's what has happened. I guess the more things change, the more they don't. Okay, come on. This guy is pretty fast. It's okay. Block, block. One hit is acceptable. Block, block. Oh. It's also kind of interesting, like what button do you focus on in this game? Do you always keep your hand on block and then slowly advance, or do you go for rapid attacks and hope that that's enough? Come on, this guy's worse than a Mega Man boss. This guy basically is a Mega Man boss. So the old block and dodge is not the way to go. Interesting. Okay. Oh, interesting. So you can actually dodge up or left. It doesn't seem to do a whole lot for you, but there's just so much to this game that I'm unraveling as I go along. Of course, there's so much about this game that is making me unravel. Come on, pal. Any day now. Oh my gosh. Wait, so when I'm holding the shield, oh cool, I can completely rotate around. That is... Huh. I was going to say helpful, but I don't know that it actually is helpful, because I feel like being able to move your shield all around is giving you license for the enemies to come at you from all around. Okay, I am... Wow. This guy is like upper tier cheap. Okay, maybe this is the strategy. I was getting him. I was getting him. Oh, nice. I get the triumph for cheating. I mean, losing. Come on. This game. Okay, remember when I said this game was more balanced or better or whatever than Ghouls and Ghosts? I give up. This game is terrible trash, and I don't want to... I feel like not playing it after a while. That that opinion is subject to change if I can beat this boss game. That is the deal I've laid before you. Well, my terms have not changed, game. Either let me beat this terrible, jumpy around, terrible boss, or I will give your game a no more rating. Come on, you can't be on that side forever. I think. I don't know exactly what the rules are for this. And if I had attacked him in the air, I would have got him. The lies we tell ourselves so we can sleep at night. Come on, man. Come on. You can't keep this up forever. I'm going to wear you down. You can't even wear down my real life pocketbook. Okay. One hit. I will settle. I will settle. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I did not think that would happen, but I did. Next stage, hiding place 1. Why was this game not... Why is there no English ROM of this when all the text is in English anyway? Also, what the... What? What? Oh, I see. You have to... Okay. You have to work the advanced machinery. What are you, a caveman? You've never seen an elevator before? Okay. Wow. And the spiders just... They I don't even... I give up. I give up. You win, game. You win. You have successfully crushed my will to continue playing this game. Jeez. I wanted this to be a triumphant test of my new OBS recording thing, rather than using Recentril. Then I'll use the OBS, and we'll see how this turns out. But, oh wow, has this turned out very poorly. Very poorly indeed. Well, it's the name entry screen. These are my favorite. I always love seeing how you can... Well, you can move up and down. I mean, despite this being, like, far below the bare minimum of standard I expect from an arcade game I would like to play more than once. The name entry screen. Oh, see? They're showing off the main mechanic. If you shield too much, i.e. you use the main mechanic, then you're helpless. Great. I love this mechanic. But yeah, for a game that, like, failed the would I put in another credit, oh, you can kill those guys and it doesn't matter. Doesn't change my opinion. That was a pretty nice name entry screen, though. I feel like we can all agree on that. It's nice. There's no, like, overly restrictive time limit. Like, you can freely move your cursor. I mean, yes, the best part about this game was the name entry screen. I guess I kind of like the overall aesthetic, kind of. Although I feel like the aesthetic is maybe a little too muddled, a little too obviously just double dragons with swords. But, like, literally double dragons with swords. It's like, hey, you know Billy and Jimmy? Well, we gave them a sword and a shield and we told them to kill everybody. Also, the enemies have swords and shields too, but that was part of the descriptor. Well, now they're showing off stage 3. They're like, oh man, look at these wonderful stages that you could be playing through. Are they going to show the cheap spider part? Oh, they didn't even show the cheap spider part because the guy died before he could get to it. Wow. So basically every game up to this point I was loving. I was like, oh man, I can't wait to revisit this arcade collection and try to get, like, a high score in every single game. But then I saw this game and it's like, wow, this game is... I hope this is the worst game in the collection, but part of me knows that can't possibly be the case. Oh well. Well, there's a reason why we use virtual quarters instead of real quarters, because sometimes you are utterly dissatisfied with an arcade experience. It happens, it's a sad fact of life, but the only thing you can do is not pay that game too much attention. So on that note, this cat's got a scat.